quick video for those of you struggling to back two trailers. We're just going to start with going in a straight line. So obviously the best place to start is in a straight line, and if you can find the line on the ground like I've found here, then that will help you practice. So we're going to hit reverse. We're going to go backwards with obviously the steering wheel straight until we start to see the trailer veer off in a certain direction, because you'll never be perfectly straight. So we can see that trailer is starting to veer off to our left. So to counteract that, obviously we want to turn the rear trailer to the right, and to turn the rear trailer to the right, we want to turn the tractor unit to the right. So we'll go back a little bit. So what I mean by to the right is, from the driver's point of view, the rear of the tractor unit is now facing to our right. And that's quite clear because you'll see the wheels come out from under the trailer. And to correct it, this is kind of all you need. It only needs to come out a few inches for a tiny correct like this. So as we go back, you'll see our trailers start to line up again. And so at this point here, we would have overcorrected, because by the time we get straight again, this trailer is now going to be off to our right. But that's not a huge deal. And now, to get it back to the left, we point a little bit out the other way. See, so now our trailers, we've overcorrected, so we're facing off to our right. So we want to bring it back to the left a little bit. So we're just going to put our tracked unit out to the left hand side. And then that will straighten up our trailers. And it's quite fiddly to get it bang on. But we are pretty much back straight again. Not straight to the white line, but the trailers are straight. So basically all you have to remember is whichever way you want the rear trailer to go is the way that you face the tractor unit. So if I point these wheels out this side to the left, the rear trailer is going to move around to the left. Obviously my directions are coming from the driver's perspective. So we're just going to jump on that dockway there. So we want to start off in as best a position as possible, so cruise nice and close to it to bring our rear trailer close to it, and then we want to make a nice little arch here the way that we're going to go to make it just a little bit easier on us. So as you can see, we're on a bit of an arch heading towards our dockway. So if I start going backwards right now, we're going to be heading towards our dockway, but the thing is, our tractor unit is pointed off to the left here, so our trailer is going to want to go off to the left too. So if I start going back straight here, this is not going to keep going towards the dockway. So we want to move our tractor unit, face our tractor unit towards the direction we want to go, just ever so slightly, and we're keeping that arch. So now we want to tuck this trailer off to our right to get onto that dockway. So we're going to turn our tractor unit to the right until we think we're on a nice course to get on that dockway. This is obviously a terrible course, but it worked. Now we're just going to straighten up a bit. So we can go straight back onto that dockway. We're fortunate that we have the room in front of us to do that. So to get centered in that dockway, if we start going back now, you can see ever so slightly the trailers are not straight, so that's going to veer off to the right and most likely put us off course. So to get that back over to our left a little bit, we're just going to start by reversing the tractor unit, slightly out to the left. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. See, we're just getting that wheel guard there, just slightly out of line with the truck, which is going to push the rear of the trailer that way. So remember, if the tractor unit's pointing out that side of the trailer, that's the way the rear trailer is going to go. So from here, we're just going to keep it straight as we can. Slightly off, but that's okay. And that'll do. We're pretty much bang on that dockway right there. So basically all you have to remember is if you want the rear trailer to go to the left, you turn the rear of the tractor unit to the left. We will go again out on the road, I think, just so I can give you another example. Alright, so if we want to go back down this street here, what we're going to do is we're going to go slightly towards it just to bring our rear trailer nice and close to where we want it to be maneuvering. And just get ourselves a nice little arch of the trailer kind of roughly facing that direction so that we have the best start possible. Now, from the driver's point of view, we're going to be wanting to back to the right. So, simple. All we do is great, perfect timing. All we do is we turn the tractor unit, rear of the tractor unit, to the right. See how we are now facing the right? Means the rear trailer is going to continue to go around to the right. So once we see that rear trailer on a nice path, we just want to keep it in line kind of with this front trailer so that we don't overdo it like we did going on the dockway. And so about there, it's gonna, the time we fully correct should be in a straight line. Obviously I'm really overcorrecting here, but, well, not overcorrecting, but it's making it real dramatic. Doesn't need to be that dramatic. So that looks kind of messy, but you get the idea. If you want to back to the right, turn the back of the tractor unit to the right. If you want to go to the left, turn the back of the tractor unit to the left. It only takes little movements, and that's really all there is to it. Once you learn that first principle, then it's just all about practice. And the next thing I would say, that's got a closed gate, so I can't practice there. But there is one more thing I want to demonstrate, and that I think, in my personal experience, it's better to start your turn sharper than you think you need, because it's easier to correct it than if you don't turn sharp enough. And I'll try to find us a little gateway so I can demonstrate that. Okay, so we're going to use that gateway here. Okay, start off, get nice and close past it, so our trailer's in the best position possible. So basically what I mean is if we start going backwards and we want to go to the right, so we're going to move our tractor unit to the right, and we don't quite do it enough so that we start reaching, we're going to hit the back of that far side of the gate because we haven't turned tight enough. Well, from this point here, it's really quite difficult to correct it because we have to basically go all the way back to the start. Whereas if you go too tightly, so if we just go hard here towards that lamppost, and you suddenly realize, oh, I'm too tight, I'm going to hit that lamppost, all you've got to do is go slightly forward and give it a little bit less, and then we're now in line a lot better then had we have not adjusted enough. Obviously in real life you probably wouldn't risk that, and you would have restarted that one too, but yeah. So basically reversing two trailers is extremely simple once you learn that first principle of the way the tractor unit is facing is the way that the rear trailer will go. And basically you just practice off that, and from there it's pretty much all about muscle memory and just knowing how much correction it needs.